What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Friday, January 17th, 2025, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now it is 22:32 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from Europe. So, apparently, last night, Russia launched a drone attack on Ukraine close to the border of Romania, and two drones possibly crashed into the territory of Romania. Now, this isn't the first time that this has happened. It's already happened several times, and it's gotten so bad that Romania actually built special bunkers for their citizens who live close to the Ukrainian border so they can take shelter in them during these Russian drone attacks. But the Romanian Ministry of Defense is reporting that its national airspace was breached last night during a Russian drone attack against the Odessa region of southern Ukraine, with a Russian drone being discovered near the city of Tulcea in northeast Romania near the border with Ukraine. Russian forces struck the port of Chilia Neua near Romania's border during the night using drones. Fighter jets were scrambled from the Michael Kogalnicu air base in response. That's a massive NATO air base in Romania. So they actually scrambled fighter jets, NATO scrambled fighter jets. At around 1:46 a.m. local time, residents in Romania received emergency alert messages warning of the possible fall of drone debris. The Romanian military is currently investigating the area and has discovered traces of a possible drone impact outside the village of Ploru. Okay, so I'm hearing that two different towns had drone debris, okay, and the Romanian Ministry of Defense is confirming that there was a breach of their airspace, okay? And this update was sponsored by Mason Leather. Guys, check out masonleather.com. If you're interested in purchasing a cartridge carrier for your hunting rifle or your sporting rifle, Mason Leather makes these leather cartridge cuffs that are tied to your buttstock and they hold your ammunition. Mason Leather is a small business based out of Texas and veteran owned, and I have a special coupon for you guys that'll get you 33% off of your entire order of anything on masonleather.com, and that's NY33. The discount code is in the description below this video. Pick up one of these cartridge cuffs. I absolutely love them. I have them for all of my hunting rifles. They hold your cartridges just right, not too tight, not too loose. Very high quality, handmade here in the US. Support a small business, support a veteran. So check out masonleather.com. So guys, Russia is not afraid of NATO. As you see, Russia is testing the boundaries. They're sending these drones right into Romania to see what happens. They've already done this with Poland. They've sent several cruise missiles into Polish airspace, guys. The cruise missiles literally flew into Poland as far as 40 miles, okay? So this is very concerning, and this is why I believe that Putin could attack the Baltic countries or Finland or possibly Poland and Romania, because he sees NATO's inaction when things like this happen, okay? These are not accidents, these are tests. Putin is testing NATO to see if we have balls or not, and we are failing the tests, okay? We do not have balls in his eyes, okay? And he's going to continue to make his moves because he is not afraid of NATO, okay? And the French Navy Atlantique II, a maritime patrol aircraft, was locked on by the fire control radar of a Russian S-400 air defense system while it was flying over the Baltic Sea earlier this week, according to France's Minister of Defense, Sébastien Lecornu. So here's an actual tweet that he posted today, and it's in French here, but I'm going to translate it for you. He wrote, on the night of Wednesday to Thursday, a French Atlantique II maritime patrol aircraft was the target of Russian intimidation measures. It was patrolling international airspace over the Baltic Sea as part of a NATO operation and was illuminated by the fire control radar of an S-400 ground-to-air defense system. The aggressive Russian action is not acceptable. Our armies will continue to act to defend freedom of navigation in international and maritime spaces. Okay, so he posted that very early this morning. So he's saying the night of Wednesday into Thursday of this week. If you recall, there were a lot of emergency action messages on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, we were tracking them live in my 24/7 live stream. And last week, we had that Skymaster event where there were over 100 high-priority nuclear codes transmitted by U.S. nuclear forces, and they're still on very high alert today. We had 30 emergency action messages today, which is a lot. So something is going on for our nuclear forces to be on such high alert over the last week and a half. I don't know if it's related to the inauguration, if they're afraid that Putin is going to do something or something is going to happen right before the inauguration or on the day of the inauguration. We'll have to wait and see, but we're now hearing that Trump's swearing-in ceremony for the inauguration will be moved indoors because of the brutal cold. Okay, we have an Arctic blast coming down from the North Pole on Monday that's going to bring sub-zero temperatures to the U.S., and more than half a dozen local Washington, D.C. area police departments are refusing to assist with securing Trump's inauguration. Wow. And over 4,000 law enforcement officers from across the U.S. will be at the inauguration, along with over 7,000 National Guard troops, okay? And we're hearing that helicopters have been scanning the area over D.C. for any kind of nuclear irregularities ahead of Trump's inauguration. So they're going to be on high alert for any kind of a dirty bomb. But this is totally insane, guys. Russia locking on to a French maritime patrol aircraft in international airspace in the Baltic Sea just 2 days ago. Okay, 2 nights ago. That is very, very serious, very concerning. Okay, so get prepared, guys, because somehow I don't believe there's going to be any peace deal in Ukraine. I don't think it's going to work out for different reasons. And last night we had Russian doomsday planes go airborne. 2 of them went to Siberia and turned their trackers off. One of these were possibly Putin's doomsday plane, or maybe the Minister of Defense of Russia. And we had a British sub-hunter patrolling the Baltic Sea earlier today. You can see it was flying really low here, doing multiple passes near the Gotland Island off the coast of Lithuania and Latvia here. Also, there was a Russian Air Force plane that went to Kaliningrad, so Russia's continuing to beef up Kaliningrad. And we do have some concerning news coming out of Belarus. Apparently in the city of GUNNR, that's in northwest Belarus, which is on the border of Poland and Lithuania near the Suwalki Gap, orders were given for the storage of drones, okay? So the Belarusian military gave orders to the city of GUNNR near the Suwalki Gap, okay, northwest Belarus, to store drones. That is very ominous, guys. And Lithuania said that they're going to be raising their defense spending to 5 or 6% of GDP, which is massive. Obviously, they're concerned about an invasion from Belarus. That's why they're jacking up the defense spending so high. And Lithuania is now issuing new rules for vehicles with Belarusian license plates. And the Israeli cabinet has approved the Gaza ceasefire deal. 24 ministers voted in favor and 8 ministers voted against. According to a statement by the Prime Minister's office, the agreement will come into effect on Sunday, as previously announced by the leaders of the U.S. and Qatar. Okay, so the hostages could be finally released as soon as Sunday or Monday. Very, very good news, but it's not the best deal. They're going to be giving up like hundreds and hundreds of Hamas prisoners in exchange for much less of the hostages, and then Israel is going to have to keep their military outside of Gaza. And we had a nuclear war command and control plane that was airborne last night, and actually this afternoon and this evening we had a lot of tactical EAMs. So these are nuclear codes going out to tactical units, which are bombers, typically airborne. So they were sending out coded message to our bombers this afternoon. We had a sub hunter off the coast of the Olympic Peninsula in Washington. They've been flying here basically every day for the last week and a half or so. And tonight we have another recon plane flying along the border of North Korea here in South Korea. This is a South Korean recon plane. And we have some concerning news coming out about H5N1. This could be the next big pandemic. So the leader of the World Health Organization, the Director General, Tedros Ghebreyesus, you might remember him. Well, he put out this statement saying that H5N1 cases have surged to their highest level since 2015, and the virus could mutate and spread easily between humans. He said it's only a matter of time. So let me play this video for you.
Now to the global spread of H5 avian influenza. Last year, 66 cases of H5 were reported from the United States, plus 10 from Cambodia, 2 from Vietnam, and 1 each from Australia, Canada, and China. This is the highest number of reported human cases since 2015. So far this year, 2 cases, including 1 death, have been reported in the United States and 1 death in Cambodia. Almost all these cases are associated with infected dairy cattle or poultry. H5N1 is of particular concern because since the first human cases were reported in 2003, it has killed almost half of those it has struck. Fortunately, H5N1 has not yet developed the ability to transmit easily between humans, but that could be only a matter of time. Every transmission from one animal to another,
He said that could be only a matter of time.
H5N1 has not yet developed the ability to transmit easily between humans, but that could be only a matter of time. Every transmission from one animal to another or to a human is an opportunity for the virus to mutate or to mix with other influenza viruses. It's therefore imperative that the virus is not allowed to spread unchecked in animals. WHO is working closely with the World Organization for Animal Health and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in a One Health approach to managing the threat of H5 globally. We call on all countries to strengthen biosecurity on farms, testing and surveillance, and to provide personal protective equipment to farm workers who may be at risk. We also call on all countries with outbreaks of H5 among animals to share viral samples and sequences with the WHO.
Wow, so just wanted to share that with you. Don't be surprised if there's any lockdowns in the near future because of this. And a fire erupted at an oil depot in the city of Ludinovo in Russia's Kaluga Oblast following a Ukrainian drone attack tonight. So another massive oil depot has been attacked in Russia. Also, there was a state of emergency declared in the Lysky district of Voronezh, Russia, due to an oil depot that was attacked. It is reported that 4 fuel tanks are already burning. And we're also hearing of drone attacks in Smolensk as well in Russia. That's in western Russia. So Ukraine launching some kind of a drone attack tonight. And 4 people are dead and 5 people are injured in the Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih after a Russian missile strike. Not only an educational institution, but also 2 5-story buildings were damaged by the kaboom caused by a Russian ballistic missile. Okay, so some kind of a school and 2 apartment buildings hit by a ballistic missile. And Russia and Iran signed a strategic partnership agreement today that states if one country is subjected to aggression, the other country will not provide assistance to the aggressor. Very interesting. Now, it is possible that they have some kind of a secret agreement here where Iran, if they were attacked, that Russia would help them, but maybe they're not disclosing that publicly. It seems like a weak agreement, but maybe Putin didn't want to dive in with a full-scale alliance with Iran, a full-scale military alliance just yet. And the Supreme Court will decide if religious parents can opt out their kids from LGBT curriculum. And Trump has appointed Sylvester Stallone, Jon Voight, and Mel Gibson as special ambassadors to Hollywood. The U.S. president-elect said the actors will become special ambassadors to Hollywood in a bid to restore its greatness and regain the interest of international audiences. Trump did not reveal details, but promised a revival of Hollywood's golden age. Wow, very interesting. Also, we have this picture coming out of Iran. Apparently, a U.S. flag that was on the ground outside of the Iranian presidential office threshold has been removed. Okay, so obviously they're scared of Trump. They don't want to disrespect America, so now they're pulling that flag off the ground, okay, because they were not afraid of Biden, but now they're afraid of Trump and the American people who are pissed off, okay? But that's the latest breaking news that I have. I will be back tomorrow with more breaking news. I'm going to try to provide live coverage on Monday of the inauguration, so stay tuned to my channel for coverage of the inauguration. If anything crazy happens with that, of course, I'll go live. And until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.